It's a poison. That doesn't help the stress level. No, don't do it. Get a grip. This stupid video I just showed you. I almost stroked out and died over it. You're watching a different show. You donkey. You ain't a captain of nothing but a sinking ship. Don't do this to me, Harry. The Ohio State. It's Ohio State. What do you mean, the? 312-988-15.
Hello?
You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, baby. Notre Dame is on a heater, folks. You'll love to see it. It's just, it's what you've always wanted to see from a Notre Dame recruiting operation. We see a guy we want. Nothing's going to stop us. We're going to find a way to get him. It's just they're on a heater. They're on a heater. And I'm looking for some 4th of July fireworks to back it up next week. Not in your hand. Don't blow a digit off. I'm just saying it is, even for the most negative Nancy, negative Nelly Notre Dame fan, you got to be impressed with what's going on. It just feels like a next level recruiting operation right now where you're not used to seeing it. You're used to Notre Dame losing out on a lot of some of these situations, and it's not so fast, my friend. It's really, really good to see. It's really encouraging. It's a good sign for the new recruiting operation, the new GM, Carter Ullman, all these guys. They're doing a great job, and it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. You got more coming. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I want to know what you guys think about this. I want to get into this Premier thing. Is it Premier? I want to get into how that thing built in one day. To me, like the way I consumed the information and asked questions from early yesterday morning up until commitment, like a lot changed really, really fast. It's just really, it feels like what you've always really wanted of, like, if you really want a guy, you got to figure out a way to get him no matter what. If you got to up NIL, you got to do whatever you got to do to get a guy that you want. And it just feels like they did it yesterday. And then you add that with Joey O'Brien and the other stuff, and it's just kind of like you're not used to the dominoes falling all your way that many times in a row. If you're a Notre Dame person, you're just not used to Notre Dame winning these big time battles like this. It's just, man, they got it going on. So that's what I want to get into today. And next week could be a big week as well. So you think about what you had. You had the Joey O'Brien Adams week, great week. You had this week, another good week, and you're looking at the holiday week maybe being good too. Almond Joy Sly. Man, I'm glad your name is Sly, because everything you say is really creative. That is a beautiful thing. By the way, Sly, let's get into this right away. Callers, I'm coming to you. So, Joe, I'll get there, Joe. That bullet point is always on my mind, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there for sure. Sly, I want to tell you, I went to over to my parents' house a few days ago, and I saw the awesome gift you and the wife sent my parents. And I gotta say, man, I walked right in, and it was sitting there right on the kitchen table facing the door. I walked right in, and I'm like, where did this come from? You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. And it means the world to me that you show up to all the events, and my parents were so thrilled to get that in the mail. You guys are awesome, awesome people. I can't thank you enough, man. but it was, and tell the wife as well. We really appreciated it. And what you sent him is sitting there right on the table. I really, you guys are awesome. So Jerry Reinsdorf's Bernard, John, Notre Dame is better at talent acquisition than I ever was. Yeah, you don't have to tell me that. Done with baseball. It's dead to me. You guys, this is what you've always asked for a Notre Dame recruiting operation. It is just, I'm not used to this many. How many of these instances for a Joey O'Brien type or this tight end that has ties to these other schools or whatever for family or location reasons or whatever? How many times have you heard this story of, yeah, Notre Dame's in the fight. We really liked our visit, blah, 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 blah. And Notre Dame finishes second in that race. And in recruiting, if you finish second, you may as well finish 50th. And you miss all that, the resources and the time and the energy. It's gone and you get no result. There's so many of those where Notre Dame did all they could and you end up second or whatever. Man, you're starting to win these battles. You're starting to win these battles. And I've tried telling people before, and I've been told money ain't an object. And it's hard not to wonder if it's just like, are we just going all in now? Are we going all in now? And the people donating the money that goes to these guys are all in now. And they were energized from last year's effort. And everybody got a taste of that. There was that moment in the first drive of the Ohio State game when Notre Dame went down and scored. I couldn't be the only one. During that TV timeout when we're up 7-0, I sat there and had a moment and I went, it's the modern era and Notre Dame is winning the championship game. Now, I know that's kind of pathetic given that we didn't win the game, but I had that moment during that first TV timeout where we were winning. I'm like, we're winning the championship. I'm wondering if it's all these power players and the people in the power and the people with the money and donating the money and everything, if it's like, man, we got close. We could taste it. We're close. And we just need to push a little more to get over the hump. It just kind of feels like that's the vibe and that's the aura. And for once, you have everybody pulling from the same end of the Notre Dame rope to get this thing where it needs to be. It's impressive what they're doing. And it's just like, Chad, oh my God, you can't lose Chad. The whole world's going to fall apart if you lose Chad. Notre Dame won't be able to land anybody else. If you don't have a guy dressed up like a leprechaun dancing in the parking lot that isn't me, you're not going to land anybody. It's just, okay. It's really encouraging. And it's exactly what you want in the summer. There's nothing else going on. And if you could, here's the other thing I'm wondering. These vibes, this aura, this momentum, especially if next week goes well, I'm wondering, you know how we ride this wave of emotion. Can you ride this momentum right into camp? You're only a few weeks away. Like, the energy is electric around this program, social media, everybody's impressed with what's going on. That's the question. It's like, dude, can you ride this momentum right into camp and start it off with a big spark? It's really, really fun, man. This is what you've been waiting for. And it feels like everybody's pulling from the same end of that rope. And it's just been a long time since we've had that. So let's get into it. I got a lot of chats that I highlighted. And thanks for the donations. I'm going to read them all, and we're going to get to the calls. This is awesome. It is awesome. And there are here's the other part I like, because I'm shallow like this. There are a lot of other media people and fans and people that do what I do covering these other teams. And they're saying, wow, what the hell is Notre Dame doing? We don't like this. We don't like this. Is Notre Dame getting serious? What's Notre Dame doing? I don't like this. Look at them landing all these guys that are just like, even ones that we thought were going to go somewhere else, Notre Dame's landing them. I like that. That's when you know you're getting to people. When these other people are getting frustrated and they're mad and they're looking at those recruiting rankings, they're going, how's Notre Dame pulling this off? They got it going on. I got a bunch of calls, so let me get through the introduction and some of these chats, and we're gonna get it going. Phil said the Philly special. I just love how Indy's become a cool place to be. It's awesome, man. It's a vibe. It's an aura, and it's hard to tell. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. That first blue and gold game when Freeman was the head coach, everything had a different feel. Everything had a different feel to it. Just more modern, loosened up a little bit, more open, more fun, more free. I don't know how to describe it, man, but that's a big thing for me. That first blue and gold game, Kelly's gone, Freeman's in there. You start feeling this vibe change, and they got it going right now. They got it going right now. And so obviously you got to hold on to your guys. And we'll get to that. Let's do the fun part now. Then we'll get to that part. You got to hold on to these guys now. I am used to seeing this recruiting number and everything rise. You got to maintain these guys. You got to figure that piece of this out. You got to figure that piece of this out. And maybe there's not much to figure out. And it's just like these guys are really bought into Notre Dame in this cycle and they're not playing games. That could be. But there's just, you got to hold on to this momentum. And you can't shed momentum. You've been gaining momentum. You can't shed momentum by losing these guys or getting them snipped off or whatever. But I've been told Notre Dame's not afraid to pay, baby. And if they got somebody they want, they're going to go get them. And this yesterday was a great example. But we'll go through the cycle of the day and the information I got and how quickly it moved. It was awesome. So thanks for being here. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Yanni out as well. Notifications on that way you don't miss nothing. Twitter, search bar, Always Irish, Always Irish. Emails, alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You could get it. If you don't want to see my face, go to the audio only. Nobody blames you. Call in lines 312-900-8815. Dialed up. Tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Patreon.com/Always Irish. Former captain, leading tackler, Mike Goolsby and myself, Jack Sullivan, breaking down the recruiting. We have a good time over there. Monday Night Raw is going to be popping with all this information. I've had a few different people put in the chat that indeed Mike Singer did have a cat on the air. I can't work with that. I just can't work with that. Like, I know I'm a weird guy in my own ways. Singer's a weird guy in his own ways. Cat lady, I just can't work with it. I can't do it. I just can't. It's disturbing to think about. I get cat guy. Cat guy. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Freaks me out. I got allergies just thinking about it. I can't handle it. Unbelievable. Cat guy. Makes a lot of sense. I just can't. Cat guy. I just can't do it. I can't handle it. Next week we'll have a snake. No. No snakes. No more snakes. I did find where they're living. I found that out the hard way where they're living. Underneath the sidewalk. The mom's got a hole. Anaconda's nest under John's sidewalk. Little kids riding their little tricycles, something. Oh, anaconda. Pull them under the sidewalk. There goes little Timmy from the neighborhood. Put out an Amber Alert. Put out an Amber Alert. I don't like me no snakes. I don't like me no snakes. John, did you ever see that guy who deep fried a snake? All I know is I was at the Alabama State Fair one time. I'm talking about they got everything you need, man. You want rattlesnakes in your cowboy boots? You could get it. You want a rattlesnake hat? You could get it. You want a rattlesnake burger? They'll fry that up for you too, baby. Too much, too snaky. Too snaky. Makes me think of Chad out in L.A. Too snaky. I'm just happy to be in L.A. and Notre Dame sucks and USC's the best. Every time he gets up there, he makes sure he says, hey, I just love USC. It's always been special, and Notre Dame sucks. I hate it. Buddy, we got it. You like your new job, and you like the weather. It's okay. It's all right. Phil says, I've ate snake jerky. What? Bro, you're messed up. Dr. John, I carry a snake. Okay, Lee Trevino. All right, Lee Trevino. My dad's still mad. He pulled that thing out on Jack Nicklaus on the tee. Doc, I know you know what I'm talking about. My dad is still mad that he did that to Jack Nicklaus. Chad, yeah, I'm a people person. Do you like me yet? Do you like me yet? I hate Notre Dame. USC's the best. Okay, buddy, chill it out. Chill out. Chill out. Just settle down, buddy. It's okay. Settle down. Oh, man. Let's get into a couple of these chats. I'm in a good mood, man. Notre Dame's popping. Here's the deal. Let me get into this and then the super chats and then the calls. So I'm working like a community summer festival thing in the hometown, right out in the suburbs. And it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing, all the whatever. That means that by like 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'm there all night till like midnight all this week helping out, right? And I'm standing there doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and my phone just starts blowing up. I feel it vibrate, but I never have a ringtone on. That's rude, inappropriate. Nobody should have a ringtone anymore. Maybe if you're like a doctor or something, you should have it so you could hear and go save somebody's life. Nobody else should have a ringtone. No one in public wants to hear your phone ring. It should all be vibrate. You shouldn't even allow a ringtone. It's no one else needs to know somebody's calling your dumbass. Everybody should have vibrate on all the time. I don't want to hear your dumb song, whatever. No. So I don't like that. My phone starts vibrating off my shorts, bro. Just vibrate, vibrate, vibrate. And in my mind, I know that means two things. It means two things. Whenever my phone is bumping like that, either something good happened with Notre Dame or somebody I know died. There's no in between. Every time that thing's vibrating like that, it's either Notre Dame news or somebody I know dropped dead. It's always been that way. And so I always look and I'm like, is it good Notre Dame news or did somebody drop dead? There's no in between. There's no in between. My dumb song is the Victory March. Well, how do you think that makes everybody else feel that doesn't like Notre Dame when you're standing in line at the supermarket and they got to listen to the Victory March? I don't like it. Oh, bro, I had that Nextel walkie-talkie text. In high school, we had that. I know what you talk about. I had that Nextel flip phone that had the walkie-talkie feature. Oh, man. That's where it's at. Give me that flip phone, baby. Give me that flip. Give me that flip. So let's get into some of these chats. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm just in a good mood. Notre Dame's got it rolling. Look at this. Now, you want to know callers have come to you. I got to get through these chats or I'm never going to get to them. Commander, $5. Good morning, John. Here's to Freeman getting the recruiting tuned up real nice, just the way it should be. Go Irish. Now, you guys want to know, things are going good in Notre Dame land? When you got Commander and he's one of the first guys to donate and he's saying something totally genuine and on the plus side with Notre Dame, now you know you're cooking. Now you know you're cooking. Like when you got that guy saying all the positive stuff, you know that you're cooking, man. It's hard not to be positive, even if you're a negative Nelly. It's hard, man. My main man, Martinez. A very blessed morning to Always Irish, the family, and the trolls. It's Friday. It's going to be a hot one, 107, baby. Oh, stay hydrated, dog. Stay hydrated. Sly. Good morning, Always Irish Nation and the trolls. Marcus, Freeman, and staff are on fire. Yep. I love we're shopping down a different aisle. You have a feeling now that, like, if Notre Dame has their heart set on somebody, they're going to figure out a way to get them. And that kind of ruthless aggression on the recruiting trail is something that never really felt Notre Dame-y. This is a key point to this whole dynamic. The idea of we're going to be so cutthroat. If we identify a guy we want, we're going to do anything it takes to get him. And we're not taking no for an answer. We're going to keep pounding the door till we figure out how to do it. That always felt just out of reach for Notre Dame. Not Notre Dame. It's like, well, look at all we have to offer. And if you don't want to be a part of it, that's your choice. This feels different. It feels different. And the results seem to be different. It's just a beautiful thing, man. Bad news. Singer was holding a cat on his show, and I thought cat lady So I'm sorry, man. Singer's a nice guy, but cat lady activities. I just can't work with that, man. I can't work with it. Cat lady activities scare the hell out of me. Scary. The dong. We should all be feeling good today. If we get Finley and Golden, I'll be happy with this class. Now you're getting on to, oh boy, you're hitting Johnny's outline now. You're hitting Johnny Boy's outline now. And I've been saying I put more weight on guys like Finley and Golden because I view those as heavier positions of need than a lot of places where we're padding areas we already feel good about. That's the next level of recruiting. It's always good to get guys where you're already good or whatever, but you got to weight it extra when it's position areas where you really need some bolstering. And I'm open next week is that wide receiver run up. And the way those commitment dates are lined up, oh, baby. The dominoes falling. What's that song? Isn't that an 80s song? One thing leads to another. Boom, boom, boom. Give me them dominoes, baby. Commander. I didn't see the new tight end we got. Coach Freeman is the man. That's what I'm talking about. Who in the hell kidnapped Commander and input a different personality? I don't know, but I'll take it. I don't know. I'll take it. I don't believe anybody saw the tight end coming. Great news. That slide, that's what I'm talking about. After we get caught up here, that timeline here from, Notre Dame's not really in a good position to Notre Dame gets the guy, that timeline was accelerated, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Car, Fong Bong. But why are those called Fong Bombs? They need to be called Fong Bongs. And I think that would be hilarious. Put in the crystal ball 1 hour and 10 minutes before he committed. More evidence, my theory, uses inside info to boost his prediction percentage. Weathermen. The recruiting business is weathermen, man. You have all these predictions and then they don't come true. And all you got to say is the circumstances change. The weather changed. What do you want me to do? It's the ultimate racket. All you got to do is just say, hey, things change on the ground. What do you want me to say? It's a good way to go about it. Chad, who? I know, man. They're sitting at what? 30, 31 commitments there? Like what? Whatever, man. I like what Notre Dame's got going. Commander again with the positivity. I keep highlighting. He's positive for once. I feel like last season was just a taste of what's in store. We need that title, boys. Got to have it, and we shall get it because Freeman deserves it. He's working his ass off, and all of his soldiers are too. Critical of the recruiting 2 weeks ago, but a hell of a turnaround. Yeah, dude, there was not good vibes when you were losing that when you lost out to Michigan on it just left a bad taste in your mouth. Now look what you got. Yeah, Nicky Dean. When we get those wide receivers in a row, Kent's going to have to recognize Notre Dame isn't going away. Every time we've been landing these good guys, Kent's like, yeah, but you need wide receivers. You're not doing that. You're loading up on things you don't need. You need wide receivers. Talk to me when you get wide receivers. I want next week to be, I want it to be a celebration. It's a celebration. Welcome to the China Club. The way it lines up, you guys, does anybody have these conspiracy theories? The way the commitment dates are lining up, I think it's the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. And there's guys that have moved it to make it that way, 4th, 5th, 6th. It makes you wonder, is there a big Notre Dame thing lining up here? And in the Freeman era, we've seen that where they will stack those announcements. And it just makes you think, it is Notre Dame looking at cleaning up on the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, and everybody's going to blow up to celebrate and hopefully not blow your arm off. I like where it's headed. C. Jones, who? Hope that swag the Irish are feeling right now rolls right into Miami. That's what I'm talking about, man. If you're able to maintain this kind of recruiting momentum and keep it going into camp, which is only going to be a few weeks away from next week. 4th of July is always my point. And it isn't even August we start camp. It's late July is that first date. Man, you're getting some real momentum. You're getting some real momentum. Freeman is making Franklin look bad. I hate to say it, but Freeman's piling up wins on this guy on the field and off the field. And perceptually overall, I was very turned off by the way Franklin tried to big-time big brother Marcus Freeman in that press conference for the bowl game, the playoff game. And Freeman took the high road, didn't take the bait, just kind of, you could see him processing it like, okay, buddy, we'll see. The way Freeman showed more maturity than Franklin, and it just shows Franklin's insecurity. Fake tough guy stuff. Never bought into it with Frank. It's fake tough guy stuff with Franklin. And quite frankly, I don't think he has the skins on the wall to be acting that way. Even Kirby Smart showed Freeman more respect than Franklin did, and Kirby's got a wall full of accolades that actually matter. Not winning 10 games against the lower part of the Big Ten and then losing the only needle mover games you play. That's Franklin's claim to fame. So I don't know where that guy gets off acting like he's something. Anyways, not a big Franklin fan. Phil, tell your lovely daughter happy birthday. I can't believe she's a teenager already. And it just shows how long we've been friends. The years go by, man, and she was a little kid when I met her. And now before you know it, she's going to be driving you around town when you get drunk. Happy birthday to her, man. Look at this, Jay Carr. John talking recruiting instead of Miami's why we're going to lose at Coral Gables. Is this WPP? Did he hack your account? What are the odds we get all three receivers? I'm just telling you, it is not that conspiratorial to say the way those dates are lining up makes you wonder if Notre Dame's in for a three-peat like the Chicago Bulls, baby. Back when they were good, back when I liked basketball. Tex ND. Good morning to the best ND show, chat in the universe. Hope we're all on a great Friday. The Irish are ranked number 2 in recruiting. Who needs a hanging? Hanging. He's hanging Chad, all right. Hang 10, bro. I'm surfing. I could just see Chad out there surfing, and there's other people in the water, and he's surfing by, and he's just so you know, I hate Notre Dame. USC's the best. He's hanging 10. Spicoli. Whoa, bud, I ordered a pizza. I hate Notre Dame. Ugh. That guy's bugging me. He's trying too hard. Him and Franklin may as well be brothers because they're overplaying their hand and trying way too hard to fit in and be cool. They are. Look at the werewolf. $10 howler. Other schools show 5-star recruits with cheerleaders. ND shows them with 5'6" white guys. They'll build billion-dollar startups, then marry the cheerleaders from the other schools' photo shoots. I like that Notre Dame roadmap. I like that. We need to keep him till signing day. Obviously, that is something Freeman's got to prove he's figured out. That is a part, you got to be honest, as much momentum as there is, and as good as you feel about the recruiting operation of Marcus Freeman right now, you need to be honest with yourself as a Notre Dame fan. He has had a problem retaining the top-end guys out of each recruiting class since he's been here. He has got to prove they're over that hump. You cannot have all this buildup, and then right when we get by the season, guys start to shed and you drop like a rock. No. Not so ultimate, not so fast, my friend. Can't have it. Can't have it. Chad said, I want $1 million, and ND said, bye. We could do better. Makes me feel better about Ash. All back office and coordinator changes have been for the better so far. Let's keep that trend. There's something to be said for. Same thing with Kelly, where like there was some good things happening, but things started to feel a little stale, and maybe a change would be good for everybody. Like not being negative. I'm just being real, like open about these dynamics. Sometimes it's just time for everybody to try something new, and a little bit of a different vision ends up working out for you. But there's risk in that. There's risk in that because like what you had was pretty good. And there's no guarantee that if you make a change, it's not going to go down. But there's high-end upside if something different hits. Right now, it looks like Notre Dame's hitting on all cylinders. Great job. 5 callers, I'm coming to you. I got to get through these. $5 holler from the main man, Martinez. We may fight amongst each other, but we'll tear this bee down if you get us pissed. I like that. Little, tell you what, little Tupac reference to start a Friday. I'm here for that. Oh, I'm here for that, man. I am definitely here for that. And I caught that. It's very, very, very good. But Vaco wants to be the one who delivers Notre Dame a championship in football. I truly believe that. He wants it to be his legacy. I've done I have done full shows on Patreon. Patreon.com/alwaysirish, by the way. Be there, be square. I have done full episodes on there about Bavacqua's absolute fan-like obsession to getting Notre Dame over the hump. And I've talked about it's not just words because you're in that position and you got to talk to people like you care and everything. It's not just speak to do it and fit the role. He's living it. That guy thinks about Notre Dame football the way the fans do. Not lawyery or not like a whatever, as long as the football's pretty good, then we're happy. No, he is obsessed with winning a championship the way we are. And damn it, that feels good. It just feels really good to have a guy at the top that you feel like cares about this the way we feel like. Damn, that feels good. And I've waited for it for a long time. And I'm not saying Jack didn't do a million great things, and he did. And a lot of upgrades and renovations, everything was with Jack negotiating some of the stuff with I give him credit for that. But man, in the back of my heart, I always ask myself, does he want this as bad as I want this? Because he's the one in charge. And I just didn't know if it always came off. Or maybe he did want it, but he was so lawyery. It was hard for him to communicate it sometimes. Like there was just the communication part between him and the fans wasn't always smooth sailing. Bavacqua wants it, man. He wants it bad. Josh Miller, $20 holler. Go Irish. Miss you, John. Oh, I miss you guys too, man. You guys are great. I miss all my people. It feels like Blue and Gold was 90 years ago. I miss my people, man. Swat the dong, $2 holler. After my call last night, don't take a call for me. Yeah, hey, I'm used to the drunk calls on the post-game show. Tell you that right now. Adam, $10 holler. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here, man. I don't know if I recognize that name for being here a lot. Welcome in. Welcome back. I really do appreciate it. We were all misguided under Jack. I don't know, man. Jack loved it. Jack loved it. And, I just never connected with Jack. I'm just being honest. I never connected with Jack, man. I never knew. Maybe I wasn't smart enough because he's all lawyery. Maybe I wasn't smart enough, but I just couldn't. I could never connect with him, man. There was always just a little disconnect where I'm wondering, is this guy as all in as I am? I don't know, man. Johnny, it's a spinner Irish chain Friday. What's up with that? It's the spin zone, people. Notre Dame's recruiting's off to the races. It's a spinner. It's a spinner Friday, baby. It's a spinner Friday. It is. It's just good to see, man. ND men's golf. Yeah, it doesn't. Frankly, he wasn't recruiting for Irish golf. Let me tell you that. To build this brand up, it is. It's Tex. This is tough. Jack's concentration was on sports as a whole. He failed to realize football is the tide that rises all ships. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm too hard on the guy, but he just did and said certain things that I just always wondered, are you on the same page with us? Do you want this as badly as I do? So I don't know. All right. I'm caught up with the super chats. Thanks to everybody that donated. Let's get into this. Main man Martinez, let's get you back to work. What's going on, baby?
Johnny, am I clear? Do I sound like I'm in a shaft?
Half shaft, not full shaft, half shaft today. So to speak,
now, brother?
So to speak. All right, now you're crystal clear. I got you. What's up, baby?
I'm gonna make this quick in and out. Last time what I was saying, man, was the guys are going after. Obviously, they're landing the big recruits, and like last time they they're landing the big guys. But I keep watching those highlights from the playoff and throughout the season. And, man, I see that run. That's got to be the most amazing 2-yard run by Jeremiah Love, right? Here comes, Abdul Carter, man. He gave us all we wanted, man. And he made him look like a fool, man. So, you think Jaden Harrison, RJ Oben, as I said, but the coaches really know, man, what they're going after. They really know the culture that they're establishing. And Johnny, man, 100 and something days ago, man, I was, for a year and a half, I was in the wrong state of mind in life in terms of Renee Martinez. But And I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful to God to be able to see this sober, man, to see the chat, to see the guys on there, man. And Johnny, I want you to know that my ticket, it's up for donation for whoever you want, man. It's a really good ticket. I'm more excited about being at the tailgate with everybody, man, and seeing the guys. Someone once said, hey, man, well, don't you want this? Don't you want that? Hey, man, I was there. I was there when they beat BYU. I was at the bowl game. I mean, I was there last year with some amazing friends. And then in 100 and some day, in about less than 100 days, bro, I'm with you and the rest of the tailgaters, man.
Yeah.
And the greatest program in all the land.
Man, I can't wait to see everybody. And that's very, very generous of you. I like giving tickets to people where like they want to bring their kid to their first game. And I remember what a big deal that was for me and my brother. And we've done that, man. It's a good feeling. And man, that's very, very generous. We'll keep in touch and see if anybody needs them.
All right, brother, man. Hey, real quick insight. Like I said, I wanted to be in and out, man. I'm pushing crew right now. They're about 40 feet in the air, so I got to focus. But here's the thing. My buddy, he coaches a 7-on-7 team. He's one of my best friends. He was at the Notre Dame BYU game with me in Las Vegas back in 22. The kid originally committed to Utah State, and yeah, BYU came with the bag, man. And I think they was able to flip him on that, man. So that's what happened there. Plus, the kid's Mormon too, so that's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But hey, Johnny, man, I'm excited for the rest of the show, man. Freeman's doing a great job. He's bringing back that Lou Holtz era, and Bavacco, man, he knows the culture of winning national titles, man. Johnny, I love you, man. I just want to say my quick piece, man. Onward, Notre Dame, man. Let's make it a great Friday. Irish Nation, be safe.
Have a good one, man. Stay hydrated out there. I don't need you passing out on me, man. Be safe out there. Take care. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. I'm excited to meet him. I'm excited to finally meet him. Here we go. Callers, I'm coming back. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. Robert Grant. Remember, Jack was in the room with the playoff committee and always kept Notre Dame in the conversation. Absolutely. And then Dan, these are a couple new names. I don't recognize all these. It's great to have some new people in the chat. Thank you guys. You're welcome. I'm glad you're here. Don Lloyd. Jack set it up beautifully for Bavacqua. Jack knew the landscape was changing, got somebody who understands the future. Yeah, there's a lot to that. And same thing with Kelly, with the criticism. A lot of good things got done. And people do forget what Kelly inherited was kind of a nightmare. So, yeah, and again, I'm very open to the idea that I just didn't connect with Jack in a way. And my personality, just the Bavacqua thing, it's just such more a direct through line from the fan base to the way Bavacqua communicates. But yeah, Jack did a lot of good things, man. He did a lot of good things. And not on the list is when he called me out for reporting things from my basement. But I mean, whatever. He did a lot of good things, setting up that playoff, making sure Notre Dame had a seat at the table and all that stuff. And he deserves credit for that. Maybe it's just that I didn't connect with him, so I didn't have us feel a certain way about his veracity to get this over the finish line. I just never knew if it was fully all in or not, and maybe that's on me. And I'm very, very open to that. But one of the most funny days of my life was when he literally said, I'm getting sick of these people report stuff from their basement that don't know what's going on, when I knew exactly what was going on, called them out for it, wouldn't allow it. One of the highlights of my little show, I'll take what I could get. $5 holler, Nikki Dean loves to be heard and seen. Can't go into great detail, but my wife won an honor, so now I'll be in Connecticut for the Miami game. Jeez. Congratulations to her, man. She's very gifted. Very gifted. I like her mind, Nick. That's what I like about his wife. Her mind works in a very creative, different way. And every time I talk to her, she puts something in my brain to think about Always Irish a different way. And I really do appreciate her. So tell her congratulations on my behalf. Really, really do appreciate it. Let's go. 615, make it come alive. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. What's going on?
Hey, John, can we dare say that maybe Chad was holding back Notre Dame recruiting?
I'm telling you, that is a theory. And I remember Mike Goolsby telling me, John, I don't think losing Chad's that big of a loss. You might end up ahead. I remember I remember
Go
him.
ahead.
I remember him saying that, like, John, this might not be that big of a loss, and I think a lot of that was fake bravado, and Notre Dame may end up in a better place. This thing is on overdrive right now. That recruiting operation's in overdrive.
Well, I think these kids can see through some of that California fakeness. That's just my opinion. Now we're gonna have to wait and see. These guys are in the boat right now. Hopefully none of them jump out at the 12th hour, but that's where we're going to know. That's where we're going to know if we've made a significant upgrade at that position, which I believe that we really have. It's great to hear some of these kids just saying, look, I want to go battle with Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, it is, man, it just feels like there's a whole different vibe right now, man. And I don't know how to describe it other than I feel like everybody's pulling from the same end of the rope with the same goals in mind. And it's just, I don't always feel that. And they got it going right now.
Well, I think right now what is so exciting as a Notre Dame fan is that the playing field's been leveled now for Notre Dame. We've got the same rules as everyone else. We can go out and get players. Before, I live in SEC country. They were going out and getting players, if you get what I mean.
Yep.
Butch here at the University of Tennessee, stuffing McDonald's bags full of money.
Yep, literally.
Those are all things literally.
Yeah.
Those were all things that we couldn't do and wouldn't do. But right now, we're all playing with a level playing field, and I'm excited for the future. I don't want to get too over my skis, but I think a natty's in our future.
Man, I'm telling you, the talent level in this program is shooting upwards, and it feels like the recruiting, the floor is being raised. Like, it just feels like the quality of player you got to be on this team now is raising. And you're always going to have your stars, your Joey O'Brien, like top end athletes. But I mean, like, the floor of what it takes to be invited to be a part of this program is raising quickly. And that is the tide that raises all ships.
Oh, definitely. Well, we're going to end up going up to the Boise State game. I know you met me and the boys at the tailgate last year, and we're taking the whole family, but we'll be with you at the tailgate in spirit this year.
Man, I appreciate that. It's great to meet everybody. It really is. And so I can't wait to see everybody again. And I want to see if we can maintain this momentum into Miami. Have a good next week with recruiting and build a ramp right into camp. A camp ramp, if you will.
And work on your boy down there in Georgia with the cat. We don't need that soft side to us.
I can't do
Come on, man. Where's our Notre Dame?
I can't handle it.
Where's our Notre Dame edge?
I can't handle it. I know I'm a weird guy. But I'm not a cat lady.
Well, he's a good guy. We'll have to worry about him. We see 2 or 3 cats running around on the set.
Yeah. Oh man, that creeps me out just to even think about a creepy cat sitting behind him staring at us through YouTube. I can't handle it.
Now, you have a counseling background, correct?
I do. Yeah.
I tell you, I've got a theory. Every cat someone owns adds to the stack. A little crazier they are.
Dude, I am with you, man. It is. I'm always leery of a cat lady and a cat singer. I'm just a little leery. Good guy. We're friends. We were texting yesterday. Like, we're cool. It's just, it scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but let's make him go viral on this cat thing.
Yeah, oh, man, it's a little scary.
All right, well, John, you have a great rest of the day and weekend. Go Irish.
Go Irish. Thanks a lot for the call and for holding us down in in SEC land. I appreciate it. Robert Grant, look at this. You got, man, we got a special group of people here, man. We have a special group of people here. I'm telling you, this show is not for everyone. My style's not for everyone. My delivery's not for everyone. It's not meant to be for everyone. But the people that buy into this really do care about the other people in this chat. Even some of the trolls I know are nice deep down and love Notre Dame and all these people. Now we're saying we have multiple people here that are willing to donate tickets for a kid to go to their first game for Purdue or whatever, get to the tailgate. Robert Grant, Johnny, I'm in. I could donate money for some kids' first Notre Dame game. Wasn't until I was in my 50s for my first game. Let me know what I need to do. Man, I really appreciate it. I mean, I guess people could email me, alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. We could get in touch. We have a board on the Patreon where people could do exchange tickets, recommendations for housing, parking, whatever. I'm just saying it means a lot to me for some little kid to be able to go to their first Notre Dame game. And you know, the reality is, man, the way some of these prices get, there's some really nice people and families that work their ass off, and it's just like a bit much. If we could get a dad and some 12-year-old kid to their first Notre Dame game, you build a fan for life. Like, that's what I think about. You build a fan for life. I've been to 100 Notre Dame home games. It's not going to end my life if I don't see Notre Dame play Purdue. I could drink in the parking lot and be happy, go to a bar, whatever. You guys are great, man. Like, the people that are in here really do care. And it is pretty great. So I would love to set that up. And I remember how special it was for me and my brother to be able to go to a Notre Dame game. What a treat that was. And for a little kid, man, you make a fan for life when you do that. And that's what this is all about. It's scrolling on the bottom, Robert. You can see it there too. alwaysirishnd@gmail.com, but it'll scroll on the bottom and that will help. John Kidding outside the stadium with the Purdue drum. I'm going to light that thing on fire. I hate that stupid ass drum. And I hate the entitlement that they were mad last time they came to our place. We said, you're not bringing your big ass drum. If it can't fit through your tunnel, not ours, leave it in West Lafayette. Stupid ass, big ass drum. Oh, the best engineering school in the world. Engineer a drum that can fit through a door. Stupid ass drum. Hate that stupid thing. Anyways, back what I was saying about everybody here being so nice. Callers, I'm coming to you. Coming to you. Jay Grizz giving the biz. I don't think our recruits will jump ship. It sounds like the mothers are very involved in the decisions. It's always a good sign. And if the mothers aren't buying the Notre Dame education, I don't know what they're looking at. Mark, we could have a collection and do a fund that helps get tickets in the hands of some who are otherwise unable to go. Yeah, man. And there always ends up being a couple people that reach out to me like, I really want to go, just can't afford it, or things are tight or whatever. And like, I like to do that stuff on the low key to where it's not like public of like, this guy couldn't afford to go to the game and then we hooked them up. Like, no, it doesn't need to be that. I want you to be a hero to your kid. Hook like somebody, we get the tickets, I give them to you, and then you deliver it to your kid and you're the hero. I want you to be the man. So it isn't about like the credit, the feeling good that you're doing it or whatever. Nobody wants credit. I want you to be the hero. So there's always a couple families like that. And I'd like to make that dad and mom or whatever the hero to their kid. You guys are great. God, you guys are nice here most of the time, most of you. Jason Smith. I'm less concerned about losing guys this year than I have been for any other class. It's built different. We're getting guys to commit before they really saw everything they were curious about. Like, this thing has a different vibe to it, man. It really does have a different vibe. Nikki Dean. Hey, Mark, talk to John about that. You have his ear. Already got some people wanting to donate. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I would love to set that up. Man, it makes me feel so good. One of those years, somebody donated in like the third row, the soft seat back chairs, not the bleachers, but the ones right behind the flowers on each sideline with there's like 10 rows of fancy seats with cushions and backs. somebody donated those to the tailgate. And I had a buddy coming. It was his kid's first game, and they were way up in the nosebleeds, and I was able to hook them up, get them for that kid's first game in the third row, take their tickets and give them to somebody else that was just happy to be in there no matter what. Like, oh, it's a beautiful thing. Man, that makes me feel good to just be able to hook somebody up that wants to be a part of this, man. It really does. It's Beefeater. Where is this? Look at this. Engineer a collapsible drum, Purdue. They could use the blueprints from their collapsible football team. Yeah, I know, man. It is. John, I'll bring do-rags for everybody at the next game. That's it. The whole tailgate. We're all going to have do-rags. It's our own roaming gang. It's going to be great. Oh, my God, you guys are hilarious. 949, you're on the line. I got a 219 and then 415. I know you're going to have a lot to say, so we'll get to you, give you some time to stretch your legs. 949, are we sailing away or what? God, that was funny.
Yeah,
God, that was good.
That you knew who Chris
yeah,
Cross was.
that's what I was going to say. You do realize that was a risk, because if I had no idea what that was and the whole yacht rock thing, like, you had to know that I'm a guy old enough that I know who Christopher Cross is.
Well, I know that you have the original words and music to that very song, and that is your favorite album, and you play it every morning.
Oh man, that was hilarious. And the best part is, it almost would have ruined it if you said anything. You just played the song and that was it. It was great. Hey, what do you think, buddy? What do you think? Do you feel this energy? Or let me ask you this. Do you think some of this is us overreacting because it's summer and we don't have anything else going on and we're overdoing it? That thought crossed my mind last night. I don't really think so, though. There's a lot of evidence that this is trending upward in a big direction.
To answer your question, no, I don't. And Dr. Tom and some of the guys that were around during Era and Lou, et cetera, we all have a sense that Notre Dame is back. There's that swagger, there's that knowing that Notre Dame is going to get great recruits. Notre Dame is going to win. Yeah, you excused the thing for Northern Illinois last year as a young coach, but look what happened. It taught the team so much. But the swagger is back, the knowing is back. Now, when Notre Dame fans pass each other at visiting venues or even in the grocery store and see somebody with Notre Dame clothing on, it's just a nod and a go Irish, because it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And you know what I've been thinking about too, since like last night, especially the way they pulled off this tight end. I was really thinking about when all of this changed and Chad left, and then you didn't know who Notre Dame was going to hire, and they talked to the Texas Tech guy, was it Blanchard or whatever, and you didn't know how this was going to go, and then they finally get the right people there, and you were just saying, let's wait and see. This could be worse, but I was open to it being better, a new way to look at it. Mike Martin, more of a analytical NFL style mind GM, look like the way they're going to do things. They just look at it in a different framework. And it almost feels like Notre Dame knew where the sport's heading and they wanted to get ahead of it a little bit. This is the direction it's all going. And Notre Dame dove in on it. And it looks like it's paying off. It took them a little while to get situated. And now it looks like they're cranking it up.
Well, historically, well, I won't say historically. I'll just say this. The last three ADs and the PR guys were not like the Moose Krause days. And now it looks like Bavakwa is familiar with the Moose Krause days, et cetera. And going forward, where the AD, the PR team, and the head coach are all in lockstep and moving forward. Now,
it's a big deal.
I want to add something.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And real quick, I have been on that forever. I love all the behind the scenes administrative stuff at Notre Dame. It's just an interest to me because there's such a history there of how the president, the AD, and the head coach either all like sometimes butt heads, sometimes are on the same page. There's a lot of history there. And I've been saying, if you could get those three power players all pulling from the same direction with the same veracity, that's how Notre Dame gets over the hump. This is not like any other football factory where the head coach is the king and whatever he wants happens. There's a lot more involved here to get everything in the right direction. For the first time in my modern Notre Dame history, I feel that all three of those people are pulling from the same end of the rope with the same goal. And damn, it feels good.
Yep, it's not just Curly Lemon and Meadowlark Lemon and Curly Neal. It's the referees working with them and the some of the plants and the fans and the gorilla that jumps out of the stand. It's the Harlem Globetrotters type show, and it's moving forward. And I'll say this: the unsung hero, especially in today's age of the young and flash and all that, is the Notre Dame media team. The videos that they're producing, and a lot of those are shot by kids, because one of my friends, his daughter was, I think she's a junior now, is on that team. But what they put out as far as production value is unreal. It blows a lot of other programs away.
Yeah, and again, that is something that, God, it's such a small thing, but it matters. Like Notre Dame was in the Kelly era, they were behind with all the social media and the digital stuff. And it's like, well, who cares about that? Recruits care about that kind of stuff. All these little things pile up to end up being one big thing. All these little dynamics that don't seem like they mean that much. When you pile them all together, it adds up to mattering. And it's all a part of it, man. And it's all trending in the right direction.
That it is. I want to end up with two things. One is a reminder that you were going to give us a timeline of what happened, and I'll take that up there. But I found this out yesterday. I thought of you and a lot of the listeners, and I howled at it because we got a lot of flack from LSU fans. But I heard it's historic, and I looked into it, and it's true. But in 1719, John Law, in order to populate Louisiana, he went to the prisons of Paris, the prisons and the mental hospitals, and he said, if you're willing to marry a prostitute, we will take you to the Garden of Eden, which was supposed to be Louisiana. And that's why the Cajun fans are what they are.
Interesting. That's an interesting start to the population boom. It explains a lot that happens in the French Quarter or whatever. I always say I just thought they were drinking the swamp water, and it gets in your brain, man. I don't know. Whatever. I'm glad that we're doing what we're doing, and we got the people we got.
Absolutely. 66 days.
I love it. I love it. Hey, have a good weekend. Get out there sailing or whatever you're going to do.
God bless you. God bless everybody listening, and go Irish.
Go Irish. Have a good one. 415, you're coming up. It's going to be your time. Commander, I missed you by 1 minute, brother. Sorry. I would have liked to get the commander in there. He's in a good mood. And I do think he mentioned something about geez, you guys, this is just, it is very, very rare that we're in this good of a mood. Yeah, he's talking about doing a Saturday show. Here's what I think we're going to start doing. I always say 4th of July is my point where you've turned the summer corner. You're a few weeks away from camp. And the momentum starts to build. What I'm thinking is once we get by the holiday, 4th of July, I think we need to bring back the Saturday night shows and get those going to build us a ramp into camp. And the Saturday night shows always have a different feel than the morning shows. You get a different crowd that's available. I think a few people are a little drinky. You know what I'm talking about? people call in with a different energy. I think we're going to start doing that. The dog days are August and late July. It's like 100 degrees here. If that ain't the dog days, what is? Oh, Ronald says, my momentum is building. It's building towards the lunch shift where you start getting rid of the hash browns and bring in the McDoubles. That's what your momentum's building for, Ronnie. Your momentum is building towards the noon crowd rush at McDonald's. You know what bothers me? You know what bothers me a lot about McDonald's and all this stuff? The disingenuous nature of all of the commercials for these fast food. I got two problems with it. Number one is all the food they show looks delicious. The burger's juicy. It's 3 inches. It's 3 inches thick. Everything's perfectly proportioned, whatever. And I tell you all the time, I get a burger from McDonald's, looks like a pancake. They smash that thing. It's this thick. It's smashed down. I don't like it. And here's the other thing. Once I put this in your head, you're going to notice it. Look at the people that are in these fast food commercials. Every single one of them has a cute girl that's in great shape, and she's sitting there eating a double McDouble meal from McDonald's. I never see it in real life. I see Sasquatches and blobs eating this stuff. You never see a girl that cute wolfing down a Burger King meal. I never go in one of those places and I'm like, wow, there's a whole table of really attractive girls that are in great shape wolfing down a double, triple Whopper. Never. They should do realistic advertising and show the people that go through there every day. But no, they got this cute girl advertising to you this horrible meal for you. Come on. It's totally disingenuous. Watch all these commercials. There's a cute girl in perfect shape, and none of those people are eating that food. Are you out of your damn mind? Very disingenuous. Show the people that really do it every day and feed their kids that stuff every day. I dare you. You won't do it because it's bad for business. 415, I'm going to give you your time. I know you're going to have a lot to say about this. The Fox, O'Brien, Adams, Pouncey, Dells can all play both sides of the ball if needed. Crazy talent. Sly, you're on it. I've been talking about not disregarding the diversification and of the skill sets of these mega athletes that are joining the program. And I'm not saying to be reckless with be a two-way player and get the hell beat out of you. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying it is a major advantage to have multiple guys with the athletic skill sets and traits that they would be able to do different things depending on the biggest needs of the program. And that the whole concept of that only happens if you're landing mega athletes. To be able to maybe even it being talked about that you could play offense or defense at this level in a program like this. I'm telling you, the floor is raising. What was it? Michael Jordan said the floor is the ceiling or something. Am I wrong? Or didn't Michael Jordan say something like the floor is the ceiling? The talent floor at Notre Dame is being raised greatly. And you're always distracted by the shiny objects at the top, the mega athletes that rise up in your pro. That's obviously where your mind goes. It's not just about the top. It's about the bottom too. And I feel like Notre Dame is raising the floor, how good you got to be a part of this damn program. I say it all the time. I need MVPs, not RKGs that look like John Kennedy's. And they're starting to get more. It's a beautiful thing. The Beef, Stevie Ray Vaughan's number one guitar was actually a secondhand guitar Christopher Cross had sold at a music shop in Austin. Very good story. Whenever I'm at Alpine Valley for a concert, I go over and give an acknowledgement to Stevie Ray Vaughan for where that helicopter crashed and where they found him the next day. It's a shame. The guy finally got clean and sober. He was as healthy as he was ever going to be, played a great concert, and actually, Beefeater, here's something for you. The helicopter Stevie Ray Vaughan got on to go back to Chicago from Alpine Valley that crashed into that ski hill. Eric Clapton was supposed to be on that helicopter. That helicopter was reserved for Clapton. And at the last minute, he told Stevie Ray, you could take this one. I'm going to hang out here. I'll get the next ride. And that was the end of Stevie Ray, one of my favorite guitarists of all time. Heavy-handed, but smooth. Man, heavy-handed as hell, but smooth with it. Just so unique. So unique. Mark with glasses, getting 3 top 50 players in a couple days, unprecedented in Notre Dame. And we're in the running right now and doing the same thing. We're up and running, baby. Just imagine if next week goes well. You got all this momentum. Imagine if next week goes well. How happy people are going to be to feel like some of your biggest needs are being met here. Ronald, I will say this. I mean, he trolls a lot. We need a QB and a good defensive coordinator. There is some truth to this. I don't know whether you're talking about recruiting a quarterback or you don't know what you're going to get out of Carr. So, yeah, Carr's got to deliver. Like, I think it's going to be him that has the job. He's got to deliver, and you got to wait and see on that development arc and see how quickly he's going to get acclimated to the speed of the college game and whatever. Wait and see. Also, Grubbs, that's a fair question. If you're talking about recruiting, there's a lot of questions about Grubbs. What the ceiling is for him, is he the kind of guy, like, is he good enough to be the quarterback in this class? There are some legitimate questions about that. And as for Ash, wait and see, better be good enough for ND. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. Ronald says, I have no clue what we're getting out of Carr. Yeah, you can't. You really can't. You don't know. You just know what you've seen in the flash and the hype. Till the real bullets are flying, you don't know. That's fair. That's fair. And so, yeah, we gotta see. Carr's going to be a superstar if he stays healthy. Yeah, there's going to be some growing pains. How much do they hurt? It is unrealistic to expect there not to be any growing pains with Notre Dame's first-time starting quarterback. How much are they going to hurt? That's the question, is how much of the growing pains going to hurt? Andrew Gilmore, good to see you, buddy. I know you've had a rough week, and we're thinking about you. We're praying for you and your family. I mean, I don't know whether all the services and everything have happened yet or not, but it's hard, and just know that our hearts are with you, man. And you're a loyal guy to this show, and it broke our heart to hear the news. And so we're all thinking of you. We're praying for you. And I still got that candle glowing for you in the grotto, whatever it's worth, man. For whatever that's worth, I just want you to know we got that. Love you, buddy. Thanks for being here. And the other thing with Ash is wait and see. It's all wait and see. That is the fairest way to approach the Ash project, is wait and see. Don't make you. It would be 415. I got you. It is Andrew. You're very welcome, man. You're so loyal here, and play a key role with the way you debate and make us think about things from all angles. And there's so many people in the Always Irish community that have lost their dads, man. There's so many of these people that love Notre Dame and enjoyed it with their dad that are gone now, and it hurts. Because whenever you think of this stuff, you think of your dad and you just don't have them. And it's very, very tough. And there's a lot of people like that in this community. But we're all here together, man. And we're all here together. And I offer this to anybody, man. Anybody ever just needs somebody to talk to or vent? I'm a good guy for that. And a lot of people have done that and been like, John, I feel like I kind of know you just through your show. I want to throw a life thing at you because you don't know the people involved and your judgment or whatever. I've had people do that. Be like, I need an objective person I trust to help me through a situation. Dude, I'm here for that. And I don't mind doing that. And it's not like I'm some emotional wizard. It's just people feel like they could trust me. I'm always open to that. If anybody's in a weird spot and needs somebody to talk to, I'm here for that. It's a part of my job here. And D-Lo says, I swear, John, you're going to make me cry over the Pops. I'm just telling you, man, it's hard. when what you love came from that and you don't have that part of it, man. It's almost like, in a way, when good things happen, it almost hurts more. Do you know what I'm saying? That dichotomy. And it's like you love Notre Dame because your dad and your grandpa or whatever. And it's almost a weird dynamic where the better things are, the more it hurts. And you're happy and you know they're happy up in heaven or whatever, but you're not with them to drink a beer or call or text or whatever. It's hard. It's hard. We're all here together, though. We're all on the same team and we got each other's backs here. This is a different kind of community, man. It ain't for everybody, but if you're in it, we're in it together. I love it. Thank you, guys. Don, people forget Bavacqua was a walk-on punter in the team in 93. Yes. Don, that's a part of all this. Bavacqua gets it. He was a part of a Lou Holtz team at Notre Dame. He gets it at a different level. He understands the football thing. It's just not like a side thing to him. He gets it. Just inside him, he gets it. It's so great. It's so great. Gordian Knot. This season was really rough without my dad. It made the postseason even more emotional. That's what I'm saying, man. I get it. I get it. It's tough. It's tough, man. Robert, man, I didn't mean to bring this up and make everybody think of their dead loved ones. Before these talk shows, the only one I had was Talk ND was my grandpa, and he's been gone 25 years. So this show means a lot to somebody like me, man. That's all I want to do. Bring all the Notre Dame people together. I get it. Bring them all together. 415, make it come alive.
Making it come alive, my friend out in California. How you doing, boss?
I'm telling you, man, I'm riding the electricity of the Notre Dame recruiting wave. And I got to tell you, man, they got it going right now. They got it going. Even a Notre Dame hater would have to, like, people that are negative and hate Notre Dame, you got to admit they're sitting there pissed off like, damn, Notre Dame's getting serious.
Oh, absolutely. And especially someone like Penn State, right? I keep thinking back to that Penn State fan that didn't call in, but was texting a couple weeks ago or whatever it was, and was, just firing off. And I'm thinking to myself, well, where are you at now? Because as you said, you got beat on the field. Now you're getting beat in the recruiting. And it's just like, you better get out there and do it this year, or else it's going to be all downhill for them.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, man, it's a tough scene. And then, am I wrong about this? My schedule's been all messed up. I'm pretty sure Penn State lost a quarterback commit yesterday, the day before as well. But they were running their mouths, man. They thought they were double dipping. I pulled up all the tweets to troll them. They thought they were double dipping on Adams and O'Brien. Not so fast, my friend. They were getting ahead of it. They were tweeting, oh, the internet's going to break the internet's going to break and Notre Dame fans are going to lose it when we double dip or whatever. Not so fast.
Yeah.
No.
And they did lose that quarterback. And it just goes to show, man, it's just that it's about the culture. It's about what you're building inside that building. And, it's something that I think is palpable, throughout social media, as well as especially when you visit that school, of Notre Dame. So it's just awesome. It's awesome to see, and we're riding high on it. And I want to say, like, we most certainly have to keep the momentum going. Like, this is, like we said about the playoff system last year, this can't be a one and done situation. We have to keep it going. And at the same time in the recruiting, and just keep that flowing, because at the end of the day, if you want to become one of these kind of dynasty type of programs like that of Georgia, Alabama, whoever it is, you need to do exactly what we're doing, but do it year in and year out, where this becomes a norm and we're not sitting here celebrating as if it's, Christmas or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, as far as like being so stoked, and this is awesome to see these recruits coming and everybody's rolling our way. It's just like, at the same time, I'm like, okay, I want to take it to that next level where this is the norm. This is not something where it's just going to be like, hey, that was a great year. Remember that? And now we're like back down to 12, 14, 15, 17, whatever it is.
Yeah, it is. Man, it's just, I'm not used to Notre Dame winning these kind of battles. I'm not used to Notre Dame winning multiple of them. I'm used to Notre Dame winning one here or there, and then we finish second for a lot of these guys that would really propel a class from like really good into another level. I'm just not used to you being able to hit this many times and have it come up Irish. It really signifies a lot of momentum, and it really signifies the dedication of this staff. They keep pushing. They keep pushing. Yesterday morning, it was like, I don't know if we're looking good for Bremer. It looks like it's a battle with, K-State or Kansas made a big offer, whatever. And I heard, I don't know if it's looking good. Then I hear like an hour later, Notre Dame is in this and I was told they're in it and they're working it right now, and this is not over. And then a few hours later, it's like Notre Dame really upped their NIL and they're getting the guy, and Notre Dame wasn't going to take no for an answer. And you know what it makes me, Adam, you know what it makes me feel like? It makes me feel like Notre Dame's flexing a big boy muscle for the first time in a long time to be like, Kansas State, we are not losing a guy we want to Kansas State. It's just not going to happen. Like, do you know what I mean? That feeling of like, like no offense, but it's like, who are you? You're Kansas State. This is Notre Dame. Like, we're not losing a guy that we really want to you. What's the number? What's it going to take? They're desperate. They're putting the NIL. It's like, what's it going to take? We're not losing a guy we want to Kansas freaking State. And they didn't.
100%.
I love it.
100%.
That's what we've been wanting. It's great. That's what we've been begging for. Flex that big boy muscle, so to speak.
Absolutely.
So to speak.
And we're doing it, and it's showing. It's showing, right? Like, all this is absolutely going out there, and we're seeing kind of the fruits of the labor. We're seeing everybody come to the table, and now they're saying, hey, I like what you guys are selling. And it's not like we're selling anything. We're just showing what we have to offer. Yes, we will offer you the NIL stuff, 100%. But think about the parents. The parents are got to be sitting there, and they're looking at them like going, you go to Notre Dame, you're getting an education. Every single parent out there is not just going to want you to go to the best school for football. For the most part, you're also going to be like, well, what happens if you get injured? Because parents understand what it's like in life, right? Not everything is going to work out the way you want it to. You might have all these aspirations of going to the NFL and making millions of dollars and all this other kind of thing, but it might not happen. You have no idea what might happen, right? You might get there and you might get injured. You might get cut. You might just not be as good as you thought you were, or whatever it is. So you need to have that backup, and that backup is the education in order to better yourself as a human and keep, being successful outside of the NFL career, because the average NFL career is only like 2 years. It's something like that.
Yeah.
And so if it's only that, and you can make more money in college than you can in the NFL, right? All of the quarterback from Texas, he just took a huge pay cut to go to the NFL. It's like, okay, well, you better have that all situated and correct. And one of the things that you need to have situated and correct is your education. And I think the parents are sitting there and they're looking at their kids like, hey, I understand you want to go to Ohio State or these other places. Not that you can't get a good education there or whatever, but when you have a Notre Dame degree, it speaks volumes as far as what it is that you have done and prepared.
Here's the difference. That's always been a feature of Notre Dame, right? Like, the education's always been a key part of this, and a plus 4 for 40 and all that. But now you're adding the excitement of the football part. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, the education's always been a pitch for 150 years or whatever. But now you're able to add in, we're actually like pretty good at football too, and kind of got it going on. And somebody put Notre Dame's cool again. That isn't like, that's a very simple statement. But there's a lot to that that vibe of stuffy old Notre Dame, not that fun, kind of uppity. We're all stuffy and it's like this and that. That's kind of going away, man. And Marcus Freeman deserves a lot of credit in that. A lot of that goes to the personality of the head coach and how he wants the program to feel and how approachable and fun and energetic. There's been an injection in life in all this that was really past due. Notre Dame, it was stable under Kelly, but it did feel a little stale. And I think even Kelly would admit that.
Yeah, which is why he jumped ship, right? I mean, he said it, God, I hate going on rants on Brian Kelly because we've done it so many times, but it's worth it. It's one of those things where you watch somebody act a certain way, and even if it was stale, look at yourself in the mirror. Why was it stale? He blamed it on the fact that it was Notre Dame, that it was the name of Notre Dame, and it was the culture of Notre Dame, and it was the inability to get the top athletes at Notre Dame. Well, was it the school? Was it the location? Or was it you? And he didn't get out there and he didn't put his foot on the ground and start grinding. He did not get out there and do it. And we saw it year in and year out because we did not get those kind of recruits. We got a lot of, and nothing against them, but we got a lot of the Steve Angelis. We got a lot of those kind of guys, right? And then through the transfer portal, like you'd get like something like a Jack Cohn or something. It's just, there was just too much of him not putting forth the effort and saying that the problem was anything but him. And therefore, you were never going to be successful with him. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. But with Marcus, the guy literally wakes up in the morning, works out, grinds, gets after it. His entire staff is following his leadership. And then you got Bavakwa out there doing the exact same thing. And now you got general managers. I mean, this is just, it's fantastic. It's incredible. And you're right, because we have been so used to just what seems like year in and year out, like, oh, okay, well, that's a good pickup. But man, we missed on like 4 or 5 others, and we ended up at the 17th, level. And you know what I'm saying?
I totally know what you're saying. Am I getting ahead of myself by looking at those commitment dates next week of the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th? Am I really getting over my skis for wondering if Notre Dame's planning a triple pop here? Like, am I the only one that's thinking that when I see that a guy moves his date to line up here and you got the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th? Like, am I getting ahead of myself for wondering if Notre Dame's got like this big week lined up where they're going to pop, three-peat Michael Jordan style? Or what?
No, you're not getting ahead of yourself because we're doing it right now. It's been one after the other. And it's just, I think anything's possible at this point. I really do believe that because of what's been built. And so I would say, like, you could not expect it to happen, but it's definitely not out of the realm. And so go ahead and believe the fact that it could happen and it might happen. And it would be fantastic if this all comes to fruition and we're sitting here going, dude, we're killing it. What now?
Look at this.
I can't see you. So all I hear is you.
Look, it's the guy that's the Penn State sports talk guy just wrote, ND will be good, but not as good as us.
Oh my God.
Penn State sports talk.
Okay.
You got a fake tough guy head coach, man. You got to quit believing in a guy that's 4-19 against the top 10. You got to quit believing in a guy that's 4-19 against the top 10. He's a fake tough guy, and I would not want to play for him. He's a weirdo, and he's a poser, and he's 4-19 against the top 10. Dial it down a notch, buddy. Oh,
good
boy.
Lord. Yeah,
That's funny.
Have fun with your opener on Villanova. I mean, okay, go ahead and call in then. If he wants to keep chatting like this, it might actually be Franklin, for crying out loud. This guy's so delusional. He's sitting here, he's just calling up or texting into our shows. He's not even paying attention to his own program. I don't know. It's what it is. But
Andrew Gilmore was referencing like the K-State boards and them all losing their mind over all this and stuff. Listen, man, this one is different than like a Georgia, Notre Dame, Ohio State battle for some player. This was a thing where you're like, this is a chance for Notre Dame to flex its muscle as a big boy program. No offense, K-State, whatever. But like, dude, this is Notre Dame. We kind of got it going on. And we're just not going to let you take a top target of ours. It's just not going to happen. And I really feel I like Notre Dame flexing their muscle in that way. I love that.
Oh, totally. And not to mention, like, it's such an easy, like, think about, like, Freeman and these guys going into these kids' homes and talking to them and saying, like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get when you come with us. You're going to get the education. You're going to get to be a part of an amazing culture, an amazing team. And you have a chance of absolutely going to the playoffs every single year and getting national recognition. And, I mean, we've shown it through the other tight ends that we've had in our program over the years. I mean, to me, it's just like, and by the way, we'll go ahead and we'll give you the NIL, money that you think you deserve or whatever it is, and here you go, rock and roll. I mean, what else do we need to do? It's just like there's something happening in South Bend right now, And I know I've said it before, but it is palpable. Everybody can feel it. You know, they're talking about it on national podcasts. They're talking on national YouTube channels. They're talking at ESPN. They're talking about Marcus Freeman. They're talking about what it is that's being built. And did you hear that after the TCU going to the championship? No. Did you hear that about a lot of other teams, you know, that go to the championship and then lose and then that's it? No, you don't. You hear it about Notre Dame because it's true, because it's happening. So we should all be super stoked, but I will put it to I will say that we should now, as a fan base, be expecting this to turn into the norm. If we want to turn into that juggernaut and turn into getting multiple championships and all these different things, we've got to make it the norm. And how do you do that? You win a chip. You get in there and you get into that playoffs and you run the table and you win it. The whole thing. That's how you shut everybody up. You know, all the naysayers and all that. Well, maybe not all of them, but you know, there's going to be some of them that are still going to be coming at you. But you can at least now it's like now you're putting like, you know, here's our trophy. What else do you want? You got the money, you got the education, you got, you know, the culture. Now you got championships. What else do you want? Of course, people are going to come flooding in even more so than they already are.
Yeah, it is. There's momentum building here. Keep it going, man. Have a good next week. Roll that into camp and get it all going, man. It just feels good, man. Notre Dame's flexing a big boy muscle for the first time in a long time. And I really like the way it comes off and the way it feels and the momentum. And you're trending in the right direction, man. Anything else, my friend? I knew you were going to be excited about this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got 3 quick things for you. One, on the last show, I ducked out of the room to go deal with one of my kids. And I hear my wife go, "Hey, babe, John is yelling about some guy named Ronald right now." And I was like, McDonald? And I came running back in. But it was a funny little story that she didn't know that there was some guy named Ronald McDonald. So that was classic.
Yeah. He's busy, man. 10:30, they switch from breakfast to lunch, man. He's busy.
And then the other one was, not to bring it down or anything, but Andrew Gilmore, Mark with glasses, you guys are going through a lot right now. I don't know all the super details. I understand Andrew's dad passed away, and I love everything you said. I'm not going to reiterate it, but everything you said, John, is spot on. And I think that's also another thing that makes this dynamic of your show so much more special than all the other shows out there. Is not just because of the fact of how we talk about Notre Dame football and we talk about recruiting and we talk about all these different things, but it's also, and with the passion and drive that we have for it, right? But it's also the fact that you're genuine, man. And that's no bullshit. Like, you're a straight genuine. And I super appreciate that. And that's what makes me want to call in every single day, because I'm just like, why would I not want to be a part of something like this?
I appreciate that.
So the amount of love that you show for these guys, Martinez out there, 107-degree heat, and it's just like, all the different people that you're in touch with. So, my heart goes out to you, Mark, and to you, Andrew. I've definitely had my share of loss in my life, as well as with my job. I see it on a daily. And it's hard. It's a hard life out there. So just keep your heads up and stick with the people that you care about, that are on your team. And, we'll get through it together. And then the last bit of news, John, is on this Venmo PayPal deal. I'm curious if Notre Dame's going to be jumping in on that with the Big 10, Big 12, who might be, who they've already solidified the $697 million contract with Venmo on how to pay the players. And so they were talking about it being like a streamline of the ability to pay players so that if they do go into the portal, it doesn't mess up the way the money is being kind of distributed. It can all be documented through PayPal/Venmo.
Interesting.
But it'll be interesting to see if FCC, what's left of the Pac-12 or what's going to become of the Pac-12 when they add teams, and the other different, entities that are out there, as well as Notre Dame. If we do get on board with that, what does that mean? What does that contract look like? I mean, this is exploding on so many different levels, in the business world. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible to see. I mean, you're talking if they were to sign all the different teams and the conferences, you're talking it's almost a $3 billion contract. I mean, it's really incredible how this is, all coming to happen right now.
Man, these are modern times
so rapidly.
These are modern times indeed, man. And it's like you got to keep up, and you got to get up to keep up, man. It is funny, but man, there's a lot of good things going on in this program. The vibes are good. Hopefully, we have a good next week too, and then we're on the camp countdown, man. Hey, have a good weekend. Thanks for calling as always, man. You and the kids have a good weekend.
All right. Take care, Johnny boy.
Yep. We'll talk to you, man. I got some nice people in this circle. Telling you guys, we got some nice ass people. Jeez, too nice. P Money, what's going on? What about an NDLSU rivalry game every year? You know what I think about P Money? Again, we got some new names here. It's great to see. I think about a playoff game between Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman and LSU and Brian Kelly. Could you imagine it? A pre-scheduled regular season game would have a larger ramp buildup. But could you imagine the intensity of either Brian Kelly coming to our place for a playoff game wearing LSU colors or us going to their place and how wild that place gets in the SEC? Man, that's unbelievable. Like, that's at somewhere down the road. You would like to think somehow, some way things are going to line up. The build-up for that is going to be absolutely unbelievable whenever it happens. It's going to be 386. You're coming up. Let me hit a chat real quick. You're coming up. Somebody said the Kane Maddens when I was talking about whatever. You know what I said about Kane Madden one time? I mean, I don't mind laughing at my own jokes. I said Kane Madden's out there playing like John Madden, but it was after he died, and I think I forgot that he died. Oh, man, I'm bad. Walter, question. When you first met me, did you think I looked any similar to Jack Black? I've been told I look like Jack Black since 14. I totally get it. You kind of have the build. You kind of have the vibe, and you kind of have the face and the hair. I totally get that, Walter. I was an interesting $5 holler, totally off the topic. Yes, and you should go as Jack Black for Halloween. Ronnie, he's on break between the breakfast and the lunch menu. Kari Adams was a massive riser in the ESPN 300 update, jumping up to number 29 overall and the number 2 corner in the nation. Ronald brings up another key dynamic. 386, you're coming up. Ronald brings up another key dynamic. Not only is Notre Dame landing some guys that are very highly thought of with their star ranking and everything already, the Freeman era staff has done a really good job of identifying some other guys that are going to be late risers, and Notre Dame gets them and they rise up the ranks. Or they get into Notre Dame and they were a 3-star and then they play like a 4.5 star, whatever. It's just, they're doing a damn good job. They're just doing a damn good job. And it's great to see, man. It's great to see. Penn State Sports Talk. I just can't listen, man. I want to root for Penn State, but every time you get in a big needle mover game against real talent, you lose. You're not addressing. How can you believe in a guy that's 4-19 against the top 10? I'm just wondering how, other than I'm in a cult in Happy Valley. You got to give me a football reason why you should believe in a guy that's 4-19 against real talent. Why would you believe in that? I don't know. But every time I'm waiting for you guys to knock off Ohio State or something, and I want to support you and I root for you, 1-15 against the top 5, man. How can you believe in that? How can you believe in that? The shinier his head is, the more you believe. I don't understand. The guy's got a weird personality. The Penn State people were like, how could anybody want to believe in our 2016 Big Ten championship? You're answering your own question when the evidence you have is almost 10 years old, bro. You're proving my point because the evidence you're grabbing is 10 years old. I'm just saying, whatever, man. Do what you're going to do. Go win, beat Ohio State for once. 386, what's going on?
Hey, Johnny, been a little bit since we chatted. Thanks for taking the call.
No problem, man. Happy to hear from you. There's a lot of good momentum going on in Notre Dame land. What do you make of it all? Are we getting ahead of ourselves? Are we overdoing this, or is this excitement justified right now?
I think it's justified. And for some reason, this just feels like, yes, in the past, we've had these type of commits that didn't stick, but that's not the vibe that I'm feeling from this group. Like, these players are so active on socials. They're commenting on Freeman's interview with Joel Klatt, saying, like, this is why we're going there. There's just, like, a lot of, like, you know, they're backing up their decisions publicly, where before the commits might commit, but they kind of just went astray a little bit and then ended up going somewhere else. These guys are fully bought into Notre Dame, and I feel like you can tell.
Yeah, it is, man. It just has a different energy. It feels like Notre Dame is just ramped up. Whatever it is they're doing, it just feels like it's kind of on an overdrive. Like they're ramping it up. It feels like Notre Dame's operating like a big boy program right now. And that's what you've been begging for. Flexing that muscle. No amount of NIL's too much for a guy you want. Like, that's what you did. That is the buy-in if you're really going for it all the way. And it just feels like you're getting the buy-in from all the different angles of Notre Dame, from the support with the powers that be in the program, the NIL, the donors, the fans, whatever. You're just getting like a higher level of buy-in, and I love it.
Me too. And I think you said it before. I think getting to the national championship game and being 4 quarters away from being on the top again, I don't know. I think it lit an additional fire with a lot of the program, a lot of the administration, a lot of the donors to say, look, we're not far away. Let's go all in on Freeman in this program where it sits now, and let's go get one. That's how it feels to me.
Yeah. And I love how Bavacqua is obsessed like we are with getting this over the hump. And it means so much to him. And he wants to support Marcus and do everything he can to let that guy do what he needs to do within our value system to get the thing over the hump. Kent, it's good to see you, buddy. And it's just good, man. I am used to us finishing second in so many of these recruiting battles for top guys. Just, we love Notre Dame, but they end up you're number 2. It just feels different, man. You're starting to be the number 1 choice for a lot of these guys.
And even the tight end that committed yesterday, there were crystal balls and expert insider predictions that he was going to go elsewhere. His main message was Notre Dame is the place to be. So not like these other recruits that are highly looking at other places. There's something about what Freeman and the staff has going on. These guys can't turn it down. They are so drawn to him and what they have going on up there. It's super interesting. It's super interesting to see how this is playing out this next week as well. After we get over the 4th of July, if we hit this trifecta of next round of recruits, I mean, dude, we're looking at, if we sign all those, it's going to be a top 3 class. And that's not something that I've ever seen. So yeah, it is going to be super exciting.
Yeah, you are. And again, it's fun to talk about the ceiling with like the high end stuff. I also talk about the floor. It matters to me that the floor of the program, how good you got to be to play here, is moving up. I love that. Like it's the shiny top end stuff is what gets all the headlines. Don't ignore the floor. The talent floor here is being raised in a big way, man. You got to be better to play here now than you did 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever. I love that, man. That is the tide that raises the whole ship. Andrew Gilmore just wrote 80%, over 80% blue chip ratio. And you're looking to keep that trend depending on. It's just what you've always wanted. I'm not used to coming in this basement and saying Notre Dame's doing exactly what we want. I'm not used to it. I love it. I'm not used to it.
It's the best. And you're right. Like the shiny 5-star, 4-star recruits are great. But when you work your way down the list, you're totally right. the caliber of player that we're going after, it's just elevated now. There's no more RKGs. Like we are going after difference making type athletes. And dude, and also too, with all these recruits coming in, it's so awesome to see our current roster chiming in. Like, can't wait till y'all get here. Like, they know what's happening. Like, these young guys that are coming in, even our current players, they're fired up. Like, they want to play with these young, talented kids. And it's so cool.
Yep. WPP, $10 hour. Breaking news. Marcus Freeman spotted walking across the water of the lakes on campus. Coronization imminent. Not to be a wet blanket. Oh boy, here we go. Now wait, WPP, not to be a wet blanket, but Freeman has had one good season. Need to pump the brakes here. Now WPP, let me push back on you. WPP's been the one saying, if Notre Dame was serious about stuff, money wouldn't be an object and they would get who they want. Money wins out or whatever. Well, you saw that yesterday where Notre Dame upped their NIL to go get a target they identified that they didn't want to lose and needed to have. WPP. Freeman did exactly what you've been advocating for, bumping up NIL to the point where a kid can't say no. That's what you've been begging for, and Freeman did it yesterday.
Yep. I don't know. I feel like we can't satisfy WPP.
I know. I know. You down with WPP? Yeah, you know me. It's always something. But I thought of WPP because he's been saying, John, if you're really serious about football, you do NIL to where a guy can't say no. That's a big part of what happened yesterday. So WPP, you got to give him credit for that, man. He did what you've been asking. He did exactly what you've been asking. And he says, I'm happy to see it. He said, I'm happy to see it. I still don't think the guy walks on water. Well, he doesn't walk on water till he wins the championship. When he wins a championship, he's going to get a statue, and then they can float it across the lake.
Yeah. Nobody's saying Freeman walks on water. But
yeah,
I'll
that's
tell you
fair.
right now,
that's fair. Yeah.
For a 32-year fan that I have been, I wouldn't want anybody else in the seat. Like Marcus, even with Marcus's first 2 years, those were growing pains that got us to where we are. I wouldn't want anybody else. He understands Notre Dame. He loves it. And you can see it changing. And he's getting these kids to feel it. And that you can't put a price on that.
Yeah. Swan Dong says he doesn't walk on water. He turns the water into wine as well. And then they're going to sell that wine in the stadium for NIL. It all comes full circle. I love it. Yeah, he turns the lake water into Notre Dame wine that they sell in the stadium that goes for more NIL to make sure nobody gets our recruits. I love it. It all works out. I love this stupid show so much, man. It just warms my heart. Love this show.
It's the best community in the niche.
Oh my
down.
God. We're a little wacky. It's funny because it feels like everybody in this community, they have a certain like personality quirk. You know what I mean? Like to be here and to be bought in to this level, you got to have a little bit of a different thing in your mind. God bless you guys. I love this show.
That's the best.
Oh man. Dude, let me ask you this. Are we overthinking it when you see commit dates of guys that are top targets for us, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th? Are you out of your mind for wondering if Notre Dame is trying to set up a domino effect here? Are we getting over our skis?
Well, you know that the recruits are talking, group chats, Twitter chats, whatever it is. Maybe this is decided. Maybe they already know, and it's like, all right, you take the 4th, I'll take the 5th, you take the 6th. Or,
they've done that before. If you think about Freeman era recruiting, often they have lined these up where they know kids are going to commit to them, and they'll stagger it so that you get these hits in a row in a week or in days. I've even seen it in the same day where they'll stagger one in the morning, one in the afternoon. I'm just saying, I'm wondering if they know something's coming here and you're going to have some major fireworks. I don't know. Literally major fireworks next week.
Yeah. With how things are trending, I would not be surprised if we went 1, 2, 3. It seems like it's going to happen. Of course, we don't know yet, but all signs are pointing towards that. Dude, we'll have the number one class. We'll have the number one class at that point.
Man, it is, it is, and it's a little, you know what else is interesting too? If you log into 247 or you're looking at all this, man, USC's been at number one forever because they've had 30 commits since like January. It feels like they got 30 guys overnight, and it's everybody else has like 15. So like, yeah, you're going to be number one. They got 30 some guys.
Yeah, they've got 30 recruits in the class. It's, no wonder. But if you look at it, I don't know. I feel like we just have so much more high-end, top-end talent. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason they don't want to play us anymore.
Man, I just
if you look too, their class, it looks like an old Kelly class. We'd have 10, 12 4-stars, but then we'd have 10 3-stars. And obviously stars aren't everything, but when you talk about floor, our floor has been raised.
Yeah. Yeah, it is
no longer. Yeah,
man, it is just. It feels like Notre Dame's starting to operate more like a big boy program, and I really, it is. It's good to see, man. This is the momentum this is as good as you could do in this summer to have this kind of vibe and momentum. And if you're able to land some of these guys, the rest of these guys on the board that are top targets, man, you are going to have a lot of buzz entering camp. It'd be a great way to ramp up to Miami. And then we get all into that. So they're doing a hell of a job.
Yeah. And honestly, it's making the summer go by a little quicker, a little less painful. When we're just stacking recruits and commits like this who genuinely feel serious about being at Notre Dame, who cares? We're in the dog days of summer, but this is great. Let's get into next week and see if we can land some more.
Yeah, it is, man. It's going to be fun. Jay Lamont, what's it? The Wells Lamont player of the game is Reggie Brooks. Good to see you. Yeah, man, this is, it's great to have this energy in the summer. It's just awesome for the fans, and it gets the vibe going. It gets people's juices flowing with football again. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. Hey, I really appreciate you calling. Have a good weekend down there in Florida, okay?
You too, John.
Hey, tell the family, everybody I said I can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you.
I sure will. I'll see him tonight.
Have a good one. Take it easy. How much time you got, buddy? 574 is coming up. I got to hit a couple more messages. WPP says, no, I'm going to the NC State game. First time on campus for a game in 7 years. I could see WPP walking through the tailgate, and he's like seeing what people are saying and doing. And he's just, that's a low IQ opinion. That's a low IQ tailgate. What do we got to do to get a high IQ tailgate, WPP? Kent Jackson, I love the shit talking and the fireworks. Yeah, I'm going to tell you this. We're going to start this early. I do it every year. Don't mess with fireworks. We're going to start it a week early. Don't mess with fireworks. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Everybody knows the firework guy. Everybody's got a friend that's the firework guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going over the border to Crazy Kaplan's, and I'm spending $3,000, and we're going to blow some shit off in the yard. Like, everybody knows. Everybody has that one firework friend. Like, literally, everybody has the firework friend. And it's just, don't blow off your hands or nothing. I always let somebody else do the fire. I'll drink my Miller Lite, and I'll watch you blow off your arm. I'm not going to come back in here on the 5th of July. How am I supposed to run the show like this? I was celebrating our recruits. I lit off a bottle rocket. Look at my arm now. How am I supposed to take calls like this? Son of a buck. Where's my arm? Oh my God. I need to grow up. I swear, one of these years I'm going to grow up, but it ain't going to be this one. I'm like Fortune and Rudy. One of these years, John's going to grow up. Well, it ain't going to be this year. Everybody knows a firework dude, man. There's something about it. They're just addicted to the action, man. and they want to hold that wick as long as they can. And then it's just you're waiting for your arm to blow off. John is married with a kid. Crazy to know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a rough life. Could you imagine dealing with me every day? Could you imagine signing up to deal with me every day? There's a reason I'm sequestered in the basement with soundproofing in the building, you guys. There's a good reason for it. 574, give me some more. Local to South Bend, what's the vibe, baby?
Hey, John, it's been a while. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing really well, and I got to tell you, there's a lot of energy, and it is fueling me inside. Felt like there's just a lot of energy, and when you're riding some energy like that, you lean into it and you take it when you could get it. It's beautiful to see.
Completely agree. And the atmosphere around here is pretty good too. Everybody's high on this coaching staff. Everyone I talk to says that this is what we've been lacking for 10 years. And what's great is that Freeman, at this current point, has a better blue chip ratio than Kelly's best class in his entire Notre Dame career. And Freeman's not even done.
Yeah, it is. It just feels like they've ramped it all up, and it's just everybody's pulling their weight. Everybody's doing a good job. Carter Allman, the GM, all the coaches, and they're finding guys that are bought in, and it doesn't seem like they want to play a lot of games. I mean, but I do reserve the hesitation that Freeman is, for as much excitement, we all love what's going on. Freeman does still need to prove he's not going to lose some top guys towards the end of the class. He's still got to prove that. Like, that is still hanging over this until you sign them all and you don't lose a few at the top. That is still a concern, and you got to worry about it. But for as we sit now, they're operating like a big boy.
I completely agree. I do believe that. Well, last year we lost Deuce. The year before, I don't believe we lost. No, we lost Peyton Bowen, I think, the year before. But, I mean, was that really a loss? You don't hear about him anymore. So,
yeah,
to dodge a bullet there.
Yeah.
But that being said, there are some dudes on this team or on this class. Joey O'Brien looks like he could play Sundays now.
Yeah.
And I don't throw that comment out or compliment out to anybody. He literally looks like he could play on Sundays right now. That's a guy I would say, if you're gonna be worried about anybody leaving, you make sure that guy doesn't leave.
Yeah, it's Goulds,
you throw the checkbook if you have to.
Yeah, Gouldsby, we were texting like a week or two before he committed, and Gouldsby was like, I am looking at this guy's film, and he may be the most impressive guy I've seen on films in the 6 years I've been doing Notre Dame content. He was like, dude, this guy could just walk out there and play right away. And he's like, I've never seen this high quality of film from a guy like this. That tells me something. And he looks at film nonstop, and he's like, dude, this is just different. You just love to see it, man. You just love to see it.
Yeah, you do. What's incredible, though, is that you're now seeing the recruits believe what Freeman is selling at Notre Dame. The whole saying of choose hard, believe in what this program and this team stands for. Now recruits are buying in after what they just saw last year.
Yeah, it is. It's man, you were asking. Is there not going to be a recruiting bump from the credibility of the deep playoff run and Notre Dame breaking through the big game postseason, big game loss thing and all that? And you're going at some, like, is there not going to be a bump from that? I think you're starting to see it.
Oh yeah. And we needed an offensive player. We needed a dude in this class. I didn't think it was going to be this guy, to be honest, but I will take these kind of surprises every day to put the excitement into my veins. Maybe this big summer goes by much faster.
Yeah, it is. And man, I really need it to be, I need next week to be that as well, man. And I'm just telling you, I'm getting itchy with those guys' dates all lining up on committing. I'm just wondering if you're going to address one of the biggest needs in the program all in a row And then you're going to have people really flying high if you could do that.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing is we've been talking about this for years now. They said that Freeman was a great recruiter, even though the last couple of years people have been saying, getting ranked class 11 and 12 the last couple of years. And we all just said, if Freeman wins, watch them all come. They will come. And now Freeman's proved that he can win. This is the result.
Yeah, it is, man. It's just good to be in this position for once, man. And it's good to be not finished number 2 for so many of these guys. And I do see a lot of people saying, put on the brakes. Some of these kids are going to decommit. It always happens or whatever. Yeah, you got to be on a high alert for that. But damn it, can I have one day to be happy before I worry? Like, it's always a worry, but can a guy get one day to just be happy? Give me a break.
One of the things I appreciate, though, is that I actually have a family member working at Notre Dame. She's worked there for 15 years. She's told me, she said, back then, if we felt like we were second or third place for recruits, we wouldn't try as hard. Freeman doesn't stop. If he believes he's second or third place with a recruit, he is this staff is aggressive in making sure that we can convince them.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you might not get all of them, but at least you don't quit.
I am totally impressed by this tight end situation. They literally said, like, no, we want this guy and we're going to do whatever it takes to make him say yes. We're going to make him an offer he can't refuse. And they literally did it, man. They did it. And it's just beautiful to see. And it just feels, it feels like a big boy program bullying around some other programs. And that's what it should be here. And I like it.
Yeah. And I know we just offered next year's quarterback. I can't remember the kid's name, but people were saying, like, he's already got like tons of offers from other schools, from Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's like, I'm actually confident that with these, if we're going to make an offer to these bigger recruits, I think we have a shot, especially with the results we're seeing today. If we do just as good next year, we have a shot with these 5 stars finally.
Yeah, it is. Man, it's good to see. I'm thrilled. I'm happy for everybody. Their hard work's paying off. I'm happy for the fan base that you're getting this juice and some excitement in the summer. We have such a loyal fan base year round, like, to give people something to buy into here. Like, it's just good vibes right now. And I'm hoping the holiday week is more of that. And then you build that. It's a momentum ramp, and I want to feel that momentum ramping into camp. It's a camp ramp, and I want that high energy. Man, it would be nice.
And what I love about this class, too, is that they're loud. They're loud on social media. Osborne has been loud on all social media platforms.
Dude,
I love that
Osborne
energy.
Has been straight up trolling Penn State. Have you seen some of the stuff? The best in PA, leave PA? Oh, my God.
I still can't believe somebody said from the Penn State fans saying, he probably couldn't get into Penn State with his grades.
I know. I think that was Wait.
Did you get hit in the head when you were a baby?
I got hit in the head. Wait a second. I assume that was sarcasm. And the guy was just kind of like being sarcastic because he was frustrated. I did not take that as real. I think that had to be like frustration out of sarcasm. The way Michigan, when we get a guy Michigan wanted, he wanted to take. We ended up not wanting him. Whatever, we have bigger people on the board. I assume that was a sarcastic troll. There's no way that guy was real. But then again, if you're drinking the water in Happy Valley, who the hell knows what's wrong with your brains?
You say that, but then that message board of K-State fans saying that Notre Dame doesn't get as much national coverage as they do. Like, we only have our own channel, but we don't get, national coverage or anything.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. God bless you. You live in Kansas. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, South Bend, Indiana is basically Kansas, though. But Notre Dame's different than Kansas State. I don't know, man. I love the energy. Let's keep it going, and let's triple down on it next week. What do we say?
all I got to say is that this energy needs to ride high, and then this energy will stay strong if we win our first 2 games. If we do beat both those teams, this train ain't stopping, and it's gonna take a lot to stop this staff from competing with others.
Yeah, man, this is things are going very well, and it's good to hear. There's a lot of people starting to call back in that are getting like back in the groove. It's just good to hear from people, man. Anything else on the way out? Thanks for touching base. Been a while.
Oh no, yeah, and like I said, everybody here is jumping on the gravy train, man. Like this is the kind of excitement that we've been needing for years.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
And I know we just got back from a national championship and we didn't get to go home with that, but you know what? This plants the seeds for the hope to go back.
It does. And when you get that close and you could taste a championship, but you don't get it, I honestly feel like that's providing a little bit of this extra spark because people feel like you're close. And if you could push a little more, then you could get over the hump. Like I feel like that is fueling this need to get it over the hump and to do things a little better. Whatever the energy is, I like it right now, man. Hey, have a really good weekend in the greater South Bend area, and don't be a stranger. Call again soon.
Will do, John. You have yourself a great weekend.
Have a good one, man. Take it easy. Take it easy. Tom Chris, $20 holler. What's up, John? ND killing it on the trail right now. Looking forward to more good news next week, and the football season's getting closer. You damn right. You damn right. See what else we have real quick here. Man, I like this energy. Feels like the season. Almost. Look at this from Mark. Freeman has the most top 25 wins, 14, and the most postseason wins, 5 in the whole country since he's been the coach. Boom. Roasted. Michael Scott style. Boom. Roasted. Guy's doing a good job. That doesn't mean he's perfect. That doesn't mean there aren't things that need to be cleaned up. He's doing a damn good job. Look at this from the crying. Can always count on him. September's going to hurt even more when we have like 5 decommits. You know what? Can't a guy just be happy for once? Can't a brother just be happy for a few minutes, man? Can you give me a couple days to just be in a good mood? Give me a couple days. Osborne is a first-class shit talker. It's really got to piss off the Penn State people. He's literally tweeting like the best in PA, leave PA. That is the ultimate slap in the face to Happy Valley. It's amazing. It's amazing. Ronald says, be happy, John. Oh, I am. I'd be even happier if you fix that McFlurry dispenser. Oh, my gosh. Oh, boy. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for the show. This is one of the better shows we've had in a long time. A lot of energy, a lot of good vibes, a lot of excitement, more people jumping in, new names in the chat, people calling that haven't called lately, whatever. It's a beautiful thing. Why is John yelling at us? When does John not yell? It's just, I'm always going to yell. It's just a matter of what I'm yelling about. Haven't we figured that out? I'm always going to yell. It's just a matter of what I'm yelling about. Oh, man. You guys are great. You guys are great. Thank you so much for all of this. All the chats, all the calls, all the well wishes to the people going through some stuff. Man, we have a great community here. And it's just building. So thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. And then let's see what happens 4th of July with these recruits. Have a good one.